Hello there, everybody. It's GameWing28, and welcome to a Random Bananas, even though it doesn't say that, but a Random Bananas thing. Now, this is not really me, complaining or, well, whatever. It's not really me doing that kind of regular Random Bananas thing. It's gonna be opinion and, just talking about the 3DS. And I will have more game videos, probably. Maybe this weekend, but I'm not really sure because I have not had a lot of time to record. But I will try to record more, so hopefully I can. Anyway, if not though, next week I will definitely have something. So I'm going to try for next week, but maybe this week, who knows. Anyway, Nintendo 3DS. I just got mine today, which is a Thursday, which is later than the day it actually came out. So some of you probably have already played, and had fun and blah 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 blah. Now, I was excited about this system when I first heard about it, and yeah, I was surprised too, I guess. I really don't know if I was surprised, but after a little time of having my DSi, I got kind of bored. Not really of the system itself, because I still used it, but of the games. I don't think the games are boring, no, because I did have fun with them, and I could play them, and I can play them still. But it was more of just I really wanted something new. Because I'm one of those people, after you play a game for a couple times, I kind of want something new. I don't know, I'm weird, I guess. But I still, of course, will play older games. It's not that. It's just, I sometimes would want something new, a new experience kind of thing. So I sort of wasn't really playing my games as much and all that stuff, and then I was just waiting for this. So now that I finally got it, I do have to say it is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. First of all, the 3D itself is actually pretty nice. It's not like a big, crazy looking thing or anything like that. It's not popping out at you or shaking your hand or giving you high fives, but it's still pretty nice looking. Even the little menu screens, which are, not that big of a deal, are still pretty nice. Now, there's a couple things that are gone from the DSi and stuff. There's no PictoChat, which is actually fine. I barely use that. I still think it's a cool concept, but barely use it. Plus, I heard that they might have some other sort of chat thingy. So let's hope that they do, and I hope it's a little better. But to be honest, it's okay that it's gone. The store, of course, will be here later. So there's nothing there to talk about. But that means, of course, you can't transfer yet, which is kind of stupid. They should have allowed transfers on on the days that the system came out, so that people could if they're trading in their systems, could just easily transfer. But whatevs, it's okay. What else? Oh, internet, not around yet, but that's fine as well. I do use the internet on my DSi sometimes, but it's okay that I don't have it yet. I can wait till May and stuff like that to get it. Now, I have not updated my system. I know there's a video and stuff, but I have heard that if you update your system to get the little music video in 3D and stuff like that, it's when you're playing a game, I'm not really sure if it happens anywhere else, but when you're playing a game, it supposedly turns the screen black sometimes. So then you have to go into the game. I'm really not sure. Nintendo was sort of saying, "Oh, get the update," but a lot of people are saying the update's the reason why it's happening. I've had my system and I've tested it around a little bit, and nothing's happened. But then again, I don't have a game, so I can't totally see if that would happen. But I'm going to keep my system not updated as of right now until they either come out with something that gets rid of that, or it's just a later update. Really don't know. But that's really unimportant. I believe that's everything. Also, two little things that they sort of got rid of is when you would go into the camera mode on the DSi, there was a calendar thing there that you could sort of mark up and stuff like that, which I kind of liked. But that's gone. It's not that big of a deal. I didn't use it a lot, but I put some days on there sometimes. And it still would have been a nice little thing, but then again, I'm not going to penalize it because it's really not that big of a deal, and there's bound to be a thing in the store later on that will let you, do that kind of thing. But, yeah, and besides that, there's one more thing that's sort of gone, is the fact that, what's it called? Sorry people, I just forgot what I was going to say. Okay, the calendar, this is bad. Oh, we'll skip it for right now. Anyway, but it's still a lot of cool things. Like the music, it barely got updated, except for now you can do MP3 player, MP3 songs instead of just the AAC. But I'm pretty sure you could still do that. Although mine weren't working, so I might have to redo those or something. But anyway, I'll test it out. Although you could record more sounds now, which is really nice. You could do like 10 pages of a whole bunch of sound. Which is nice because before it was only like one page, which was like Oh, I remember now. The other little thing that's gone is the alarm. There used to be an alarm, which I actually use the alarm because I don't really have an alarm, and it works pretty well. But it's gone now, so guess I'll have to find a little wake me up or something. Which hopefully I can. Because if I can't, I'm going to have some trouble waking up for school. But whatevs, I'll find something and I'll be okay. That's about all the things that are gone. Everything's basically the same. Everything's basically brought back. There's improvements. Of course, the menus look different, which they look a lot nicer and stuff like that. You can't upload your pictures to Facebook anymore, which they sort of had in the past. But they might add that in, because I know that they'll probably have a lot of different little updates in the future, just like the whole thing. And then during the summer, just like the whole shop thing and stuff like that. And then during the summer, we're supposed to have the Netflix video thing. So I feel they're doing fairly good. I need to get a game though to fully test it out, because I did play AR and the Face Raiders, which is fun, but it does definitely sorry about that. You do definitely need a real game from the system. Now, some people are kind of mad about the opening titles, but to me, I think there is something there for everybody. At least one game, To me, even if people rate a certain game low, you shouldn't necessarily count it out. Because I've played plenty of games in the past that sort of got low ratings, which I thought were actually kind of fun. I mean, yeah, there's maybe little problems, but I could look past them because I'm not that picky. I have a little bit of pickiness. I mean, if a game just is totally horrible and you just cannot play it, then of course I'm not gonna like it. But I mean, if there's like a little glitch thing, I don't care. Glitches are your friends. You should accept them the way that they are. But anyway, I may do another video talking about an actual game. Face Raiders was fun. It actually works pretty well, spinning around. Of course, the 3D sometimes you could tell it doesn't necessarily go in and out, but you could tell that it's trying to stay in it. When you're moving around and moving the system around. But to be honest, I really had no problems. I found a pretty good spot. I may still have to try to find the totally sweet spot, but it works pretty good. In 2D, it looks good as well. Well, from what I've seen, I still need to see games and stuff like that. The AR games, I wish that the only card that actually has games on it is the little question mark card. Well, you could do it with the other ones too, but with the question mark card. But the Mario and Kirby, those aren't actually games. You could just take pictures of them. You can move them around and stuff like that, but yeah. It's kind of disappointing. I wish there was some little adventure or something like that, which would be cool. But you never know, they may implement it later, so always going to be looking out for that. The stylus is pretty cool, but really nothing to talk about there. Everything's just pretty good. I may have another video with more thoughts, but I think I'm going to end this. I may have another video with, talking about whatever game or games I got, because I might get two. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy your 3DS. If you have any comments about it, let me know. Or any other random ass topic, let me know. We could discuss what you like, what you don't like. You know, I have opinions on it. This hasn't really been an opinion video, but I can give my opinions. I think it's a good system. I think the 3D looks pretty nice, even if you're just looking at the menu. The only problem I really had was playing the AR games when you're like trying to move around, trying to stay in that sweet spot, and just trying to do it. It still looked nice even if you got out of the sweet spot, but definitely you have to get better lighting. That's all I gotta say. Cause my lighting, my room's kind of horrible. It's not that bad, but it's okay. But if I had better lighting, I think it would just look and be better. So I should be switching the other light bulbs, not the ones that are bad for the environment. The good ones, the ones that actually look like a light instead of yellow. But anyway, like I said, comment down below if you want to talk about it, whatever. I'm not sure if I'll want to give any use my friend codes. No offense against you people, but if you want to, just say, hey, do you want to trade friend codes? Then I'll think about it. Thanks though. See you guys next time, and hopefully I will have some videos for you. See you guys soon.